Atleti swoop in with that 20 million and make the deal and get it done? Because Cavani wants to leave, yes?
He wants to leave, but let's not forget that he wanted to go specifically to Atleti and work with Simeone and finally those two being together, because for the last 4 years, Simeone and Atletico Madrid have tried to get him from PSG and they were both very happy, I think, that it was finally about to happen or happening, if you want. And I'm not sure that Cavani would have the same excitement and enthusiasm to go to Chelsea or United, more because I think he saw himself in La Liga and not so much in the Premier League, especially at his age and especially so close towards the end of his career, really. So, yes, Chelsea can try again, and they've already made contact with his brother, Walter, who is his agent, same with United, and they were told that he only wanted Atleti, but maybe things could change now that Atleti can't afford him.
We had Frank on, Jules, and he pretty much poo-pooed the idea of Cavani going and lifting a club and making them better, because he says over the last few months, obviously injury, and he hasn't looked that good when he's come on. Is that harsh? Has he still got something to offer?
It's a tricky question. He turns 33 on Valentine's Day next month, and yes, he's been injured for the last 10 months, really. Setbacks and little niggles there and there, bigger injuries, if you want, the groin or the hamstring and the calves, and those injuries, they're not good, especially at that age and especially for a striker. So you could have question marks over his fitness for sure. The finishing touch and his ability to score goals will always be there, but the fitness has to be or can be a concern when you think about Edinson Cavani, and I think that could put off a few clubs to pay that kind of money now when he'll be free in 4 months' time, especially with the wages that he's on. Let's not forget he's on 14 million euros net a year. That's a lot of money for a 33-year-old. So I think there's a lot of pros, but there's also a lot of cons in his case.
If you're Atleti, would you pay the extra 5 million? Because they need a shot in the arm at the moment.
You just said it. And who's going to score the goals for Atletico Madrid? Huh? Because Diego Costa is injured. Mm-hmm. And are you leaning on Morata? Is this what we're going with? So,
do you roll the dice? Obviously,
well, but here's the thing. If the difference is 5 million euros, and easy for me to say 5 million euros, but in today's world, it feels like 5 million euros is peanuts. It feels like it shouldn't be, either for PSG or Atletico Madrid, it shouldn't be all that significant. So for me, I just think they've just made it into a personal issue, Atletico Madrid and PSG. Yeah. And
they're just stubborn.
Correct. And I know, I see stubborn in this show.
You see stubborn in the mirror?
I see stubborn in the mirror, to my right, when Craig is here. I see a lot of stubborn. So
you're already throwing the dice offering 15.
Yeah,
and
just do it.
If you've decided you want them, then for 5 million, really? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't do it if I was them. I think his injuries over the last 12 months is an absolute nightmare. And he's actually, they're relying on him to come in and get them up the table. He might not even kick a ball. I wouldn't do the deal, but I certainly, if I'm going to offer 15, you go with the 20.
But then that's my point, is that if you are saying 15 is good enough, are you just posturing then? Because you were never going to go to 20. And what you're saying at Atletico Madrid and to your fans, you're saying, you know what? Right. We tried, but they wouldn't negotiate with us, so we did our homework. We did what we could, but we couldn't bring them. And maybe it was never in the plans for you.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.